It's the Chin Checkers podcast, all about the fight game with Mr. Get That Work and Hawk Von Dame. Grab your device of choice and tune in. You'll never know what topics gonna get it on the chin. Boxing, MMA, UFC as well. They discuss who got the win, who took the L, who won the belt, who pound for pound, who fell, who ready for war, who got next. Ring the bell.
Recording in progress. That's the first time I've ever heard that. Yeah, welcome to Chin Checkers. I'm your gracious and humble host, Mr. Get That Work, aka Ty Stacks. You know what it is. Today I'm solo, man. I'm solo. My brother, he's with the family. He's on vacay. Hawk is doing the thing with the fam. So that got me today. But I got some stuff for y'all, man. I got some news. I got some stuff that y'all really want to hear. It's gonna be interesting. So let me start it off with Wilder, man. Now let me just breathe. Another video came out, guys, of Wilder, doing his thing. He's hitting the pads and he's looking sharp. Like, he's looking real good. I'm not gonna front, but anybody could look good on pads. That's it.
That's it. When he make that step, I need you stepping over. Okay, so you're right there. Come forward. Boom, boom. He want that. Yes! Make that fucking ring small for him. Big man shit. Go. Boom, boom. They're beautiful. I want that again. Boom, boom. You want to step? It's not over. That's it. One. That's it. One. That's it. Just like music. One. Double it. That's it. Just do the lead right hand. Lead. That's it. Just touch it. Lead. Right. Do that lead and get under his hook. Hey. Woo. Yes, sir.
My issue is who he's hitting the pads with. If you don't know, I think he actually said it himself too. That's Malik Scott. Now, Malik Scott had a bout with Wilder some years back. Can't remember when, but some years ago. Guys, he claims that he didn't throw the fight. If you see that fight, it wasn't a fight. It wasn't a fight. It wasn't even a boxing match. Malik didn't even throw. I don't even think he threw a punch. Wilder threw a two-piece. It was like a long hook and a right hand, something like that. The right hand didn't even hit. He got tagged with the left. Wasn't even like the hardest punch you know what I'm saying? It wasn't a hard punch. And then the right hand hit the glove of the dude. He hit his glove. The glove tapped his face. He was down. He couldn't get up. He was fumbling. That's who's in the video with Wilder hitting the pads. That guy. I'm a little, annoyed by that, because now think about it on a competitive level of anything, no matter what it is, anything competitive, you get better when you train with somebody who's, just as good as you, or somebody who's better than you. Training with somebody who's trash don't help you. How to help you? And, again, he talked about, Malik had talked about how, he talked about this a couple of times. And I remember one interview how he said, he wouldn't do that. And, I'm one of the most skilled technical boxers at the time. That's funny that he said that, because he maybe a fight ago, before the Wilder fight had happened, maybe a fight or two ago, He lost to Derek Chisora. So what? You're that technically skilled, but you lost to Derek. He's not technically skilled. So what are you talking about? I don't know, man. But that's who Wilder is in the video. If you was wondering who was this guy, and I mean, you see the antics. I mean, he got the whole antics. Remember Mark Breland saying how, Wilder likes to surround himself with yes men? I see that now. I mean, y'all don't see that? The guy who takes a fall is your trainer, and he's in a video with all the antics. Yes, yeah, that's right. 1, 2, all right. Look, stop it, man. Stop. I can't, man. I can't. That's me. I looked at that. I was just like, yo, come on, man. Stop it. You took a guy who took a fall against you, who's not a better boxer than you. You're not a good boxer, Wilder. He's not a good boxer. He's a good fighter, but he's not a good boxer. And you took him over Mark Breland. Okay. Yeah. So moving on from that. Yo, but let's keep it with heavyweights. We got apparently and allegedly from Mr. Tyson Fury. He announced that he is going to be fighting Anthony Joshua. This fight is actually apparently happening in August, Saudi Arabia. That was the 14th, apparently. Apparently, this is happening the 14th. Now, the reason why I'm saying apparently and allegedly is because I still haven't heard anything with arbitration from the Wilder situation. So, because I didn't hear any type of wrap-up of that situation, hearing this fight announced by him, it makes me somewhat, wary. Like, really? I don't know yet. I'm going to sit back a couple of days, maybe a week or whatever, and we're going to see if that's the case. That's what he says. Still don't know what happened with the arbitration with Wilder, but apparently this is happening August 14th. Saudi Arabia, Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury. Now, if this does happen, that's going to be one hell of a fight. That's going to be one hell of a fight. I don't know who I got in that one. Because, I look at Joshua and he is technically sound. He's pretty good. And I look at Fury and so is he, probably a little more so. And he has long arms, especially if he's not doing anything with his gloves. But he has long arms. So I don't know, man. That's going to be an interesting fight. Hopefully it happens. And if it happens, it happens. But now it makes me wonder what happens with Wilder, because who's going to be his dance partner? He's doing all this training, as we see, nice. Oh, look at that. Oh, 1, 2, that's right. We see him doing all this training. Who's going to be his dance partner if Tyson Fury actually has a fight with Anthony Joshua? We're going to see. It's going to be interesting. So I'm going to keep you updated with that. Moving on. Yo, we have, we could keep it boxing still. We could keep it boxing. Let's talk about the Showtime card. Now, oh, man. Wow. I'm not sure if y'all saw that Showtime card, but wow. That was a great card, man. That was a great card. There was a lot of action on that card. A lot of action. I'm pretty sure Roman and Espinoza, they stole the night. That was an incredible fight. That fight was bananas. That was a bananas fight, man. They threw and hit. I don't know how Espinoza didn't go down. I guess Roman don't got no power like that. And thankfully he doesn't, because Espinoza took mad shots. Like, he got hit nonstop. I don't know how he stood on his feet. I don't know. That was an incredible fight. But, that happened. You had Martinez and Burgos. Yeah. But the main fight, which I was completely wrong of, but it wasn't my fault that I was wrong. It's Nery's fault that I was wrong. I know that sounds crazy, but it's not my fault. It's his fault that I was wrong, because he should have won that fight. And or at least had a different outcome. Yo, Nery just threw punches and was missing mad shots. He it's like he had no type of game plan. I don't know what his game plan was. I was confused because, I understand that these are lighter weight guys and, they can throw a lot of punches and they could take a lot of damage and whatever the case may be. Yo, what is your plan of attack? Because you're throwing punches, you're hitting air. What are you trying to accomplish? You have the tools, you have the skills to outbox this guy, and yet you're just throwing punches. He's just throwing hooks. He's just throwing punches. I don't understand. He gassed himself out. They talked about a little bit of his stamina. There was nothing wrong with his stamina. He chose to throw until he couldn't throw no more. He fought dumb. Nery fought a dumb fight. I don't understand the game plan. I didn't get it at all. If he was trying to test him, you do that for maybe a round, maybe a minute or two in a round. What was the point of gassing yourself out? I didn't understand the point of it, because if anybody watched that fight, I would say around 3 or 4, maybe 4. You start to see the shift. You start to see the tides turn. And Figueroa basically starts landing more because he starts to find his range. And once he finds his range, it was a wrap. It really was a wrap. I mean, it went on to the 7th round or whatever, but it was a wrap because he started to tag Nery more often. More and more, he kept hitting him with that right hand. And, Nery was throwing a lot of shots, but he missed a lot of them. And missing shots takes more out of you while taking shots at that. So I didn't understand Nery's plan of attack. I thought it was dumb, to say the least. Like, I don't get it. You're just throwing. I don't understand. The corner didn't tell him to, hey, look, let's focus on this. I mean, I saw the body work that he did. He did some good body work early. But besides him doing good body work, everything else was not a smart way to fight. So Nery made me wrong. That's what happened, guys. That's why I was wrong. He made me wrong. It is what it is. But that fight card, Showtime's fight card, was actually very entertaining, and it was good. I think Roman, and like I said, Roman and Espinoza, they stole the show, but the whole fight card was good. Moving on to UFC. Man. Woo, that Chandler and Oliveira fight. Tough. Guys, this fight had a back and forth in the first round where you couldn't tell where it was going to go. You couldn't tell where it was going to go. It looked like Oliveira was like in trouble early, where he got himself in a headlock, and then he got out the headlock, and then Chandler gave his back to him, and which was crazy to me. And then he picked him up and slammed him, and Oliveira got hurt again in the first round, got rocked. Man, that was one hell of a fight. I don't know now where he goes, that he won this fight. It was a 2nd round knockout. It was an incredible fight. I don't know where he goes now. I think they even asked Dana White, and he didn't really have an answer himself. But it's interesting to see what he's going to do with his career. That was a lightweight. That was a tough fight, guys. That was a really good fight. So that was MMA. I mean, there was other fights on there. A lot of the fights went the distance. I think the first and the last fight was a knockout. So it was a decent card. I think that night boxing actually did win, but MMA did have UFC did have a good card. They did have a good card. To get it back to boxing now, I want to go over to Lou DiBella, because he throws his little boxing stuff. And I don't want to say little, that sounds crazy. I think that sounds disrespectful. He throws his boxing stuff, his boxing promotions, his fights. And Melissa St-Vil versus Melissa St-Vil. I hope I pronounced that right. I think I did. Versus Olivia Gulera. Now, Melissa came back from being off for a year. I think she had a foot injury and she was off for a year. And she came back and she did her thing. So, let's give a shout out to her. Like anybody who takes that much time off in a sport where you need to be active to come back to still look dominant and still look good, that's impressive. That's impressive. So I want to give a shout out to Melissa. And she's a great person. She's an amazing person. She's been fighting all over New Zealand, China, all over. She fights all over Finland. So, she's an amazing person, man. And you should follow her on Instagram, Twitter, and she's a snack. She's hot, man. Like, she's hot, but she really is mad cool though. So shout out to her for getting that victory after being out for a year and coming back doing her thing. Also, want to give a shout out to this young kid, man. This young king, yo. He's a prodigy, yo. He really is. He's a prodigy. He's 13 years old. And I want to give a shout out to, and I hope I say this right. I apologize right now if I don't say this right. I apologize. I want to give a shout out to Joseph Awinongya Jr. I'm sorry. I hope I got that right. Joseph is 13 years old, like I said. He's 8 times national champion. He's even right now attending Juliet Junior College. Excuse me. And he's a prodigy. This dude he's going to be a monster. I mean, no matter which direction he goes, if he wants to continue, with boxing or anything else, like I said, 13-year-old in college, it made me look at myself like, what am I doing with my life? Like, I was like, damn, 13. So y'all watch out for him, man. His father was a fighter as well. He was managed under Don King. I'm not really sure how long that lasted. You know what I'm saying? But his son is a fighter, and his son is amazing right now. He is amazing, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be amazing in the far future. He got a long way to go. He's only 13, like I said, but yeah, man, follow him. He's a beast. He's a beast. He's making history already. So, I mean, that's really it, man. I'm not going to keep you guys long, like I said, because I'm here by myself. I'm not going to keep you too long, but we do have upcoming fights. Who do we have? We have next weekend. We have MMA and boxing, but this fight for boxing is a big unification bout, and it is Ramirez against Taylor. Yes, Taylor and Ramirez, and that's going to be one hell of a fight, guys. I think might be all the belts. It might be all the belts. Let me take a look. I think it is. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's one belt missing. Who knows? But these guys are going to fight. So it is the WBC, the WBA, the IBF, and the WBO. Damn near all the belts except for, I guess, the ring. Who, I don't know. I don't look at the ring magazine belt as any belt of significance, but whatever. So yeah, that's going to be the fight coming up this Saturday. That's going to be an amazing fight. The next Saturday after that is going to be pretty amazing too, because we have Haney versus Linares. And yeah, that's going to be crazy. So, this week coming up and the following week is going to be some great fights. But Ramirez versus Taylor, that's going to be ESPN, guys. So make sure y'all watch that, because we definitely going to talk about it. Next week, though, it's probably going to be Hawk by himself, because I'm going on vacation. So, we alternate. Like I said, this is not a Joe Button podcast type of situation over here. Like, we really actually going on vacation. So next week, he probably will handle this. And, maybe the following week, we'll get back, together on point. But yeah, man, that's our show for today, guys. I hope y'all enjoy. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Follow us everywhere. We all over. I mean, check Linktree. Hawk got us on everything: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Patreon coming soon. Patreon coming soon. If you just want to listen to the podcast, we on Google, Podbean, iHeartRadio. So yeah, make sure y'all follow us, man, because we're doing big things. We appreciate the love and the support. And keep it here. Keep it here. Later. One.